Dear kids, I'm taking your exercise 6B, question number 3, which says state which of the following sets are finite and which are infinite. Finite means you have the limited number of elements in it. An infinite set which you do not have any limitation on the number of elements. Shall we start? Your first is, can you notice here, it belongs to integers and here it is less than 10. So if I project a number line, 10 से नीचे वाले सभी एलिमेंट्स इसमें आएंगे, तो ये लिमिटेड है या अनलिमिटेड है? सो इट इज़ infinite because it can go towards your left to any number. Getting my point? उसकी कोई limitation नहीं है. So we will write here infinite. Number 2 we have x such that x belongs to whole numbers and you have been given that 5x minus 3 is less than equal to 20. Now whole numbers, my dear kids, they start from 0 and you have been given this equation. We will solve this equation to find the value. Okay, so I'll get x is less than equal to 4.6. My dear kids, it belongs to whole numbers, so my set will be my set will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I correct? This is a finite set. It's a limited set, so I will write finite here. Got my point clear? Shall we do third? And it says P is a set of y such that y is equal to 3x minus 2. Okay, where x is greater than 5. So x is greater than 5. Now my dear kids, x is greater than 5 means आप 6 भी डाल सकते हो, 7 भी डाल सकते हो, 8 भी डाल सकते हो, 9 भी डाल सकते हो, and so on. So whatever answer you will get, it will not have any limitation. So it will be infinite set. Next, fourth, we have M is a set of R such that R is equal to 3 upon N and N belongs to whole numbers. And then you have a limitation of N, that is N is less than equal to 15 and it is greater than 6. So can I take the value of N as it is greater than 6? So can I take 7? So first fraction is 3 upon 7. Your next fraction is 3 upon 8. Your next fraction is 3 upon 9. Till where you have to go? You have to go 3 upon n means less than equal 15. Till 15 you have to take. My dear kids, again you will get the fraction and they will be in limitation. So such kind of set is called as finite set. Got my point clear? Let's see our next question. Our next question says find which of the following sets are singleton. Singleton means you should have at least one point in at least one element in your set. Let's see. If I have, your first is point of intersection of two non-parallel lines. कहीं ना कहीं जाके वो non-parallel lines हैं, वो intersect होंगी और उनका intersection point एक ही होगा. So this will be called as singleton set. Next you have 7x minus 3 is equal to 11. My dear kids, you have to solve this equation. And the value of x you will get as 2. So you're getting a single element, single value. So you will write singleton. For your third you have 2y plus 1 less than 3. Y belongs to whole numbers, my dear kids. First solve this equation. So that is y is less than 1. It belongs to whole number, that means I can include 0. So again 0 as an element is there, so it will be called a singleton set. Clear? Next, find for which of the following sets the sets are empty. The set of point of intersection of two parallel lines. Two parallel lines आपके कहीं पे भी जाके intersect नहीं करेंगे, so they will have no element in their set. So such kind of set will be called as empty set. Second, you have A is a set of x such that x belongs to natural number and x has a value, that is x is greater than 5 and less than equal to 6. Now less than equal to 6, 5 से बड़ा है और less than equal to 6 है, तो can I include 6 in that? So it will not be an empty set, it will be a singleton set. Next is B is a set of x such that x square plus 4 is equal to 0. X square plus 4 is equal to 0. When I solve this equation, my dear kids, I will get something like this. Now my dear kids, under your root, this kind of numbers are called as complex numbers. Under your root you have a negative number, so such kind of numbers are not natural numbers. So in this you will get an empty set, so you will write yes, it is an empty set. Number 4, you have C is a set of even numbers between 6 and 10. Obviously you have a even number 8, so this will be not an empty set. D is a set of prime numbers between 7 and 11. My dear kids, 7 और 11 में कोई भी बीच में prime number नहीं है, so it will be an empty set. Got my point clear? Next we have, are the sets A and B disjoint or joint? See, disjoint means they should not have any element in common. If I give you set A and set B, if they have something in common, they will be called as overlapping or joint sets. If they have nothing in common, they will be called as disjoint sets. Let's see. A is given as 4, 5, 6 and B is given where the equation is given x square minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. When you split 5 in such a form that you get with your multiplication you get 6 and by subtraction you get 5, in that case you will write x square minus 6x minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. That will be x minus 6 plus 1 x minus 6. So you got two brackets x minus 6 and x plus 1. You have to equate with 0. So you will get x minus 6 is equal to 0. So the value of x is 6. And one more you will get x plus 1 is equal to 0. So the value of x here is minus 1. So you got 6 and minus 1 as your elements of your B. But for A you have 4, 5, 6. Now my dear kids, you have to see set A has different elements and set B has different elements. But now they have 6 in common. Can you notice that? They both have 6 in common. So you can say that these are not disjoint. Not disjoint. Clear? Next we have B, C, D, E are the elements in set A, and for B you have letter in a word master. So you have M-A-S-T-E-R. Now if you notice them, my dear kids, they have something in common. Yes, let's see. They have E in common. So we can say they are not disjoint set. Or in other words, you can say they are joint sets. Question number 7. Let's jump on to next. Question number 7. State whether the following pairs of sets are equivalent or not. Now my dear kids, what are equivalent? Two sets are said to be equivalent if they contain same number of elements. अगर number of elements, cardinal number of elements दोनों में same है तो they will be called as equivalent set. अगर उनमें elements ही exactly same है, अगर A में 4, 5, 6, 7 है और B में भी 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers हैं तो they have elements also same, they will be called as equal sets. But they have, suppose A has a set of A, B, C, D, is a set of A, B, C, D, and B is a set of 4, 5, 6, 7. So in that case, both the A and B are containing 4 number of elements, so they will be called as equivalent sets. Clear? Shall we start? So you have to find what number of elements do you have in A. For that, you have to first solve the equation. 11 is greater than 2x minus 1. So if I solve this equation, I'll get something like this. X is less than equal to 6. Okay, so it belongs to natural numbers. So for your set A, you got the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 also you will include. Now what about Y? For Y we have another equation. Y is less than equal to 9 and it is greater than equal to 3. So which all elements you will include, my dear kids? You will include 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So what you have noticed here? In the set A, the cardinal number of elements are 6. Am I correct? And in B, the cardinal number of elements are 7. So they will be not called as equivalent. So they are not equivalent. Now next we have set of integers and set of natural numbers. My dear kids, set of integers has infinite number of elements. Set of natural numbers also has infinite number of elements. ठीक है, तो दोनों में infinite है, so we can call that they are equivalent. Number 3, set of whole numbers has infinite number of elements, but set of multiples, okay, another set of multiples of 3, even that has infinite number of elements, so they will be called as equivalent. Number 4, we will solve the equation and see what elements we are getting. For number 4, my dear kids, you have P value is given as 5, 6, 7, 8. And M is given as, it belongs to whole numbers, it is less than 4. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you notice the number of elements in P? They are 4. And number of elements in M, they are 5. So this is not equivalent. Got my point clear? Let's see question number 8. Now state whether the following pairs are equal or not. Equal means they should have same elements. Same number of cardinal elements तो होना ही चाहिए, लेकिन elements भी same ही आने चाहिए. Let's see. Your first is A is given as 2, 4, 6, 8. And for your B, you have to solve the equation. It is given n is less than 5. It belongs to natural numbers. So your elements will be 1. Sorry, you have been given equation. 2n is to n. So 2n is to n. That means you have to double your. So n ki value is double of n. So natural number starts from 1. So you have to take 2 into 1. That will be 2. 2 into 2 you will be taking 4. 2 into 3 you will be taking 6. And 2 into 4 you will be taking 8. So you got the elements of your B also 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. That means these are equal sets. So you will write here equal sets. For your question number 2, we have M is set of x such that x belongs to whole number and x plus 3 is less than 8. So x will be less than 5. I took this 3 on this side in subtraction. So I got x is less than 5. It belongs to whole numbers. That means it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 I will limit because x is less than 5. So I will limit it to 4. So that is your M element. Sorry, M set. What about N? N is a set of y where y is equal to 2n minus 1 and n is less than 5. N belongs to natural numbers. Natural numbers matlab you will start from 1 and solve this equation. 2 minus 1, that is 1. Similarly, you will put n value 2, 3, 4, 5. You will limit to 4. You will limit to 4 because n is less than 5. So you have to limit to 4. So in this equation, you have to put the value of n as 1, 2, 3, 4 and find the answer. So you will get 3, 1, 3, 5, 7. So you will notice that M and N, they both have different number of elements as well as their elements do not match. So they will be called as not equal sets. Okay? In your third we have E is a set of x where x square plus 8x minus 9 is equal to 0. So that is your E set. You have to solve this equation by splitting the middle term. So you will get two brackets and that you have to equate with 0 to get the value. Let's see what two brackets I will get. I will get x minus 1, x plus 9. So I have to equate x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1. X plus 9 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 9. So I got the values 1 and minus 9 for my E set. Now I will see what do I have in F. F is 1 and minus 9. So you can see the elements are same in E and F. So they will be called as equal sets. Got my point clear? Next we have question number 4 which says A is a set of x such that it belongs to natural numbers and x is less than 3. So A will be the set of 1, 2. Am I correct? What about B? For B you have to solve this equation, my dear kids. 2 in such a table, such the factors of 2 so that the addition of those two factors will give you 3. Can we go for 2 and 1? Y square minus 2y plus 1y plus 2 is equal to 0. So y minus 2 plus 1 Okay. Am I going correct? I'll put both the signs as minus. So minus minus will become plus. Okay. So here will be minus. Y minus 2. So my two brackets are y minus 1 and y minus 2 is equal to 0. When you equate each bracket with 0, you will get 1 and 2 as the values of y. So the B elements will also be 1 and 2. So you got A and B to be equal. Got my point clear? Next we have state whether which of the following set is a finite set or an infinite set. Now the set of multiples of 8. Multiples of 8 तो आप कहीं तक भी जा सकते हो. There is no limitation. So this is infinite. Set of integers less than 10. If it is less than 10 but towards your left it will go into negative to infinite. The set of whole numbers set start from 0 and it is given it is less than 12 means 11 tak. So 0 and 11 limitation दिया हुआ है. So this is finite. For your fourth, you have to solve the equation and get the value. Your equation is x is equal to 3n minus 2, n is less than equal to 8 and n belongs to whole numbers. Whole numbers means n you can take from 0 to 8. So you have to take the value of n as 0, solve the equation. Then you have to take n as 1. Then you have to take n as 2. Then you have to take n as 3. Like this you have to reach till 8. So you will get the different values. So this is a limitation given to you. So this is a finite set. Next we have x such that x is equal to n minus 2 upon n plus 1. N belongs to whole numbers. It belongs to whole numbers, that means it starts from 0. So first I will put 0 as n. So I am getting minus 2 upon 1. So the value is minus 2. Then I'll put n as, see whole numbers can be unlimited. Unlimited whole numbers, आप कितने whole numbers तक जाओगे? So this is your infinite set. Clear my dear kids? Did you understood this video? So if you have any doubt, you can message me. Okay, God bless.